the local Humane Society was getting rid of the dogs during COVID, and she was the last one that was still there, and so we decided that we would foster her, and then we ended up foster failing. So she's ours now and has been since March of 2020. We didn't really know an awful lot about her when we got her, other than she needed to be an only dog. And we soon found out that she was really reactive towards other dogs. And then we got a little bit more on her background. She was originally picked up as a stray to a family that adopted her, or she was picked up as a stray and then a family adopted her. And then that family brought her back into the Humane Society to be euthanized, not knowing it was a no-kill facility. And they talked them into surrendering her, and it sounded like it was not a good situation even to begin with, and she had gotten into a fight with a couple of other dogs, which I guess instigated them wanting to euthanize her. So we've had her and done a little bit of training with a couple of other trainers, just on basic training and the use of a pinch collar, and still we're in a position where we weren't comfortable with having her close to or around other dogs without being extremely cautious about it, because she would react pretty severely.
So when we realized how reactive she was, of course that really limited where we could take her, and it was just kind of distressing because she always seemed to be under a large amount of anxiety whenever any other dogs were around, or really limited where we could take her. But we also think that part of the source of it was based on the presence of scars on the inside of her thighs, rear thighs, that she was attacked and mauled probably as a pretty young puppy. And whenever she sticks her head out of the door, anytime to go outside, she stops and she looks like she's anticipating an attack. So that's kind of where she was and remained to be so until we brought her here. So before, if we did bring her around a dog, she would react badly, and it was kind of a slow build-up. Her hackles would come up, and if the dog still remained in her presence, she would just redline and go to a 10 and just be out of control, beside herself with anxiety and fear. So where she is now is just, I never thought this was going to be possible. We'd pretty much given up the idea of her ever becoming normal, calm, relaxed, even remotely so around other dogs.
Yeah, we pretty much changed our lifestyle for Zoe.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is something I never thought we would be able to get to with her.
Okay. And what caught your attention about, like, how did you hear about Carol's training situation, and what prompted you to choose working with Carol?
It was all by chance. We were trying to find different boarding options. There's a couple of really good ones in town, but she would always come home really stressed, and that made it difficult to leave her. And so we were looking to find someone that would house sit, and I found Carol through Rover. So it was just by chance. And I saw that she specialized in reactive and aggressive dogs, and so I thought, well, this is a good direction to go. Let's give it a try. So that's how we found her, and we're very happy that we did.
And so one of the things that I wanted to do with Zoe, because she was redlining, right off the bat, is connect her with what's called the emotion code and with an animal communicator. Something that I just learned about 2.5, almost 3 years ago. And so I connected her, and it's a remote session, and it's an energy session. It's for releasing trapped emotions. And she had a huge level of trapped emotions from her past. So the provider was able to clear those emotions remotely. And so then I also had an animal communicator communicate with her remotely. And the animal communicator actually said those things that you were saying about when she's outside, looking around, she specifically said that it was a big trigger for her because she had been attacked in an open field sort of situation, and so now she's constantly looking for that same attacking situation. So it's very, very expected from her past. So that was interesting that she said that. The other thing she said was that she absolutely loves you guys. I mean, just adores you so much and is so appreciative. So we've just put together a package, a training package, and what it includes is the energy sessions, which is the emotion code, or some other energy sessions also, and the animal communication sessions, and then the training. And what we found out with Zoe, Zoe was our first one that actually we did all those steps. And what we found out was that it took very little correction after she had her sessions. And so we were just amazed at that she was able to express herself to them, and then she was at peace.